Good evening. My name is Cody Casey, and I'm going to talk about the video and lecture we did over Web 2.0. And one of the first messages I got from the videos and lectures was that technology is taking over in our society and that technology continues to grow and change. And people are beginning to interact and go to more of an interactive use of technology. And we're also in the YouTube generation. And I can vouch for the fact that the YouTube generation is here now because I work in a school as a parent. Every single day, I see kids when they get to play on their iPads. A lot of times, they'll go straight to the YouTube app and they will go right into watching YouTube videos, and they'll just watch things like people playing games on YouTube or just different kind of video, like music type videos. And that's where that generation society is heading towards, is the Web 2.0 and like YouTube society. And technology and Web 2.0 are a big part of my life. I think to stay in tune with society today, you must be in tune with Web 2.0 and this type of technology type society to stay, like, keep updated on everything that's going on, because everybody in this generation is using, social media, YouTube, everything else. And to be able to stay in tune with the society, you got to, learn to use these type things. And for my future classroom, I think that I'll have to mold myself and like mold my classroom around to the use of 2.0, using things like maybe YouTube and podcasts and those type of things, because that is where just like the next generation up, the society is pointing towards. So I think one of the ways is, finding ways to engage students and incorporate this into the classroom with the use of this new type of technology. So by doing this, I need to build knowledge and skills of how to use this type of technology, because it's going to translate to my classroom to the way the new generation is starting to point towards using, that YouTube generation, that Web 2.0. So that'll be very helpful. The podcast I decided to watch was Google Teacher Tribe, and the topic was apps that integrate with Google Classroom. And the podcast and the site itself, was basically talking about um, what other teachers out in the world or out in the world are doing with technology in their classroom, and how they're translating and using Google Classroom. And um, that this podcast specifically was about some of the apps that are coming in that can integrate into Google Classroom to help with interactive learning. And one of those was like adding audio to Google Slides. And I thought, that was interesting. And then self-paced learning with interactive videos was another thing that could be added to Google Classroom. And, you know, these type of podcasts are good for learning about what other people are doing. So just building that knowledge on how to engage students by using, technology and Google Classroom, because I'm used to Google Classroom because that's what I used when I was in high school. I think things like, and I think Web 2.0 can be integrated into the classroom with like things like blogging, podcast. I think, blogs can be a good thing to check for understanding with your students, or they can make a blog at the beginning of the semester, and this can be a semester long project they do, and they can, add to the blog and, put things like what they've learned, and you can check. And I think that's a good check for understanding. And, it could be a good assessment on what they've learned throughout the semester, because they just keep adding to that blog. And I think that's a great tip, So my opinion on social networking sites in the classroom is that things like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, I think in like preschool through 12 education, I do not think that they are necessary or you can use, because, students misuse them a lot and they can be distracting in a lot of ways. But I think YouTube can be educational if used right. There's a lot of educational like YouTube channels, and there's a lot of things you can learn from demonstrations on math problems to a lot of different things. And I think YouTube is a good, good way to learn and have your students see a different like video or demonstration on things. But that's what I feel about social networking sites overall. So the cloud-based bookmarking tool that I used was Google Bookmarks, and one of the things about Google Bookmarks is all bookmarks are completely stored on cloud. So easy access in my opinion, and you can add labels and notes to your bookmarks. So, that makes it a good organizing one, a good organizer for you when you're, making bookmarks. For me personally, another big aspect of this one was Google Chrome supported here, and that's because my computer has Google Chrome implanted into it, and then it's web-based interface to access saved bookmarks. So that was another um, aspect of Google Bookmarks that I felt was very important. And another one was it is free. So that's some of the aspects of that. And I really enjoyed using Google Bookmarks and making an account for that because of all the different aspects I just spoke about. Thank you.